Now, what we're learning is that Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao will not be attending the Prime Minister's program today. BRS Minister Talasani Srinivas Yadav is instead going to be receiving the Prime Minister and will participate in the official programs. Beyond this, the BRS's K.T. Ramarao has also said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, back in 2014, you had questioned the UPA government about their indifferent attitude towards the Palamuru irrigation projects and asked if they were sleeping for 10 years. Today, after seeing 10 years of the BJP's apathy towards Mahabubnagar, I want to show the mirror to you. What assistance did you give to the Palamuru irrigation projects in the last 10 years? For more on this, we're going to be crossing over to CNN News 18's Swastika Das. Swastika, I think the key point here is that the Chief Minister is not going to be attending, but is this a surprise?
It is not. In fact, this has been the norm ever since the BRS and the Modi government have had a fallout over a range of issues, and this has been the norm since the last 2 years that we've been seeing. KCR on expected lines will not be receiving Prime Minister Modi. His Minister Talasani Srinivas Yadav will be receiving Prime Minister Modi. But besides that, what is happening here in Telangana is that the Prime Minister has officially kick-started his campaign for the Telangana elections, with his first big rally set to take place in Mahabubnagar. Apart from that, the Prime Minister will also be meeting the party Karyakartas in a bid to boost their morale, even as we are looking at an election in the next couple of months from now on. On the other hand, what is also simultaneously played out is the politics over it, with K.T. Ramarao, Telangana Minister, BRS's working president, questioning the commitment of Prime Minister Modi towards Telangana. He said that what about giving a national status to projects like Palamuru, and also raised a question on why no medical colleges, Kendriya Vidyalayas and other national projects have been sanctioned to Telangana, despite Telangana being the highest state with highest per capita income and amongst the top 5 performers in terms of the GDP. The questioning and the accusation have been flying back and forth, and in the middle of that, we've also seen a poster war erupt with the BRS questioning Prime Minister Modi's commitment towards Telangana about his shares and about his unfulfilled promises, while the BJP on its part has run a campaign accusing KCR of corruption, posters of which have come up in Hyderabad and Mahabubnagar as well.
Absolutely. Swastika, I want you to stay with us because on that note, there is a breaking input coming in about how the BJP has raised posters against K. Chandrasekhar Rao. This is located specifically in Hyderabad and Mahabubnagar. For more on this, we'll be crossing back over to CNN News 18's Swastika Das. Swastika, you were just telling us more about the posters. Please continue.
Well, yes, the posters that have been put up by the BJP questions or rather mocks Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on the issue of corruption, saying every 5 years they have sold the state of Telangana, and if people, and in fact Telangana's biggest MLA buyer is KCR, accusing him of horse trading MLAs, because now in the election season we have seen that a lot of ticket aspirants, in fact, and prominent leaders have been switching camps, and KCR is somebody who is accused by the BJP of bringing in or poaching MLAs. That is what they say he did in the year 2018 also, when he allegedly bought Congress MLAs as well. So on that note, the BJP has been ramping up its campaign against KCR. They've also been attacking him for dynasty politics, for indulging in neck-deep corruption. That is one of the biggest pitch for the BJP as far as Telangana is concerned, besides the pitch of development, for which Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the biggest star campaigner for the party here. He's going to officially kickstart the campaign today, and also on the lines that there is no, as BJP has followed, Prime Minister Modi will be leading the campaign for the party here, and that is why corruption, dynasty politics and development remain the core pitch as far as BJP is concerned for their Telangana battle.
Swastika, you've just told about the core pitch of the BJP and also telling us about what the BRS is going to do, especially when it comes to the Telangana elections. But what are the challenges that the BJP faces in the state?
Well, BJP at his hand, remember, faces the biggest challenge of getting in new faces in the party. And with the change in the state leadership, remember, there were dissenting voices against the former state president Bandi Sanjay. From there, the reins were handed over to Kishan Reddy. However, if you look at the party's graph when it comes to bringing in new faces, and by new faces I mean winnable candidates that the BJP is looking at, there seems to be lacking on that front, because several leaders who were due to join from the BRS and the Congress have eventually not done that, and that is being something that the party is facing a challenge with, because they do not have enough winnable candidates, if I speak strictly from a political perspective, to win the seats. But having said that, there's also a possibility, and a high possibility, that the existing MPs of the party are likely to be fielded as MLAs, something that could be a big surprise, but something that we are seeing in the case of Madhya Pradesh as well. But in case of Telangana, those will be one big challenge, and of course the second big challenge is that the BJP will have to counter the development pitch that KCR is also going into the elections with. So KCR says that he is somebody who has brought in the IT revolution through his son KTR. He's been developing the irrigation front. He's been developing agriculture. The Congress also, remember, has brought in its 6 guarantees for the state of Telangana. Now, to counter that, the BJP also will have to come up with a really strong pitch. Their strategy at this point in time is to talk about the central welfare schemes, the schemes that are being implemented in the rest of the country, the Prime Minister Modi-led welfare scheme, and the changes that is happening in different kinds of country. That's why they've been going door to door to disseminate information about the various schemes that the central has come up with. And that's the reason why Prime Minister Modi, as the star campaigner today, will be leading that front for the BJP in his first ever election campaign in Telangana. The other big challenges, of course, include coordination amongst the party, because with this change in state leadership, there are several leaders at the ground level, grassroots level, who remain disgruntled and in a bit directionless. And I say this based on my coverage of ground reports that I've done over a period of time. And that's why Prime Minister Modi sounding the poll bugle for the party is going to be extremely crucial to boost the morale of those cadres, Aisha.
Absolutely. Swastika, beyond this, when it comes to the BRS and what they're going to be doing, do they face any anti-incumbency?
You know, any government which has been in power for more than 2 terms is bound to face anti-incumbency, and that is also true for KCR. In fact, KCR, even though he has given 95% of the tickets to the existing MLAs and ministers, there's a lot of disgruntlement on the ground regarding many candidates who were hopeful of getting tickets. But also there is also an issue of corruption that is allegedly plaguing. If you look at the ED, IT and CBI raids, the top ministers have been raided. Chief Minister's own daughter, K. Kavita, is embroiled in Delhi excise scam, liquor scam case. And this is an image that sort of also has affected the party, even though the party may not admit it on record, about the issue of corruption mainly hitting them. The issue of dynasty politics maybe not as much, but when it comes to the issue of corruption, that seems to be the raw nerve for the party, because several of their leaders are embroiled in corruption, allegedly based on the probes that are being led by the central agencies. The PRS on its part obviously calls it political vendetta, but when it comes to the people's sentiment on the ground, the wave is currently torn between the BRS, the BJP, and also not to forget the Congress, which remains highly upbeat after the Karnataka win, and also with the fact that there have been several leaders, prominent leaders, sitting MLAs who've joined the party. Vainampalli Hanumant Rao has joined the party, and in fact there are several other leaders that the Congress says are going to join the camp.